Hello, welcome to 4K Michelin Star Movies. My name is Martin, and today I will be looking at the 40th anniversary collector's edition of Flash Gordon from Studio Canal. Okay, without further ado, let's sort of crack this open and show you the contents. So yeah, this is the 40th anniversary collector's edition. Absolutely packed with stuff. Just give a quick look at the box there. Some lovely artwork there. Again, it's a nice, good solid box. It's the back. And then here's the sticker article. I'll just stuck that on the side there, just gives you a little bit of information. So if we crack this open now, there's a lot of goodies in here. I'm going to take these out for a moment. I'll show you those in a second. A lot of stuff in here. This is a 5-disc set. So you've got your 4K and then your Blu-ray. Yeah, bring those around. Nice artwork on those. Each individual characters, and then you've got a special features Blu-ray. And then you've got your separate. So this is the documentary Life After Flash, which is an extra, which is basically a documentary all about the making of the film all the way up to its release, and then it tells you the story of basically what happened to the actors after it was released. It's a very, very good documentary, actually. It wasn't, I believe it wasn't included on the original standalone 4K release, which I think upset a few people. But yeah, it's a nice little thing to have. And the 5th disc is obviously the iconic soundtrack by Queen. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's probably, I would say that's up there as probably one of the greatest movie soundtracks, probably of all time, I would say. Probably, I had a debate with this with a few people who thought that the Highlander soundtrack that Queen also done was better. So I suppose from probably a musical perspective, I think the songs in Highlander were probably better, whereas the Flash soundtrack is probably a little bit more instrumental, apart from the title track. So yeah, so that's the overall package. Let's have a look at the bits and bobs that come with it. So first thing you've got here is a nice Flash patch, quite cool. And then you've got this little comic strip booklet of Flash Gordon, which is quite cool. Nice little comic book. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. We've got the usual advertising stuff, Queen soundtrack there on vinyl. And then you've got some art cards, which I can get them out. Which I can't get them out. Got your art cards. They're kind of a matte finish. Nice. Different kind of posters, I suppose. And then you've got a couple of booklets. And you've got the official story of the film. Again, it's got some nice pictures of the cast. I think this is more kind of a picture book. I don't think there's much writing in this one. Yeah, it's just kind of a picture book of the cast. really nice book. Yeah, would be nice to have a bit of writing in it though. You know, Brian Blessed. And then you've got another little collector's edition book, which I think is more probably informative. It's got kind of information from the director, production history, stuff like that. Some pre-production storyboards, question and answers with the director, and then some stuff, film posters, history of the film posters. So that's a nice little book. And then finally, we have a poster. So it's kind of a widescreen poster. I'll get it all into shot. There you go. So you've got the traditional kind of movie poster, and then you've got the new artwork on the back. So yeah, so that's pretty much everything you get in the pack. As I say, it wasn't particularly cheap. It was around £50, which I think, based on a lot of box sets recently, I think is not too bad value for money considering what you get. I think there's obviously been a lot of deliberation and scrutiny with some of the box sets that have been released recently, about value for money and what you get for your money. You know, some people, you know, obviously were a little bit unsure about the film vault ones that were released. You know, in terms of were they really worth the money in terms of what you get. But I think overall, you know, for this particular film, if you really like this film, then I think this is definitely worth investing in. I've grown up with this film since I was a kid. It's a brilliant film. Obviously, it's got an absolute stellar cast. You know, Sam J. Jones as Flash. You've got Melody Anderson as Dale Arden. You've got Topol as Dr. Hans Zarkov. Max van Sydow as Ming Merciless, and of course, how can you forget Brian Blessed? You know, it's amazing how one man can basically live off one film role. Basically, he made one film in the 80s, and he's probably pretty much set for life now, really, because I imagine the royalties he must be making off that film and public appearances. So he's got it made, really. But no, it's a great film. Also stars a young Timothy Dalton as well as Prince Baron, and there's a few other little cameos of British actors that you might recognise in the background. But yeah, it's truly a cult classic in my opinion. You know, from 1980, directed by Mike Hodges. In terms of the actual picture, it's amazing. Yeah, it's really good transfer from Studio Canal. They always do really good work with their 4Ks. HDR10 picture looks really good because obviously it's quite a colourful and vibrant film anyway, and the HDR really does help it pop with the various different colours. Good crisp image as well, and of course the sound's really good as well as DTS HD Master Audio sound. And it absolutely brings that iconic Queen soundtrack into your living room. You know, it's brilliant. And obviously it's an action-packed film, so there's a lot going on in terms of explosions and whatnot. So so that's Flash Gordon on 4K, the collector's edition. If you like the film, I recommend you pick this up. They do the standard release as well, which is obviously slightly cheaper. You can probably pick that up for about £20 now, I think, now on 4K. But I thought I'd bite the bullet and go for the collector's edition. So that's Flash Gordon, and I hope you like the video. And if you want to see more content, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, would be appreciated. And I'll see you at the next video. Take care.